Hey g'day, Duggar here. I'm just in amongst me eggies, giving them a bit of a tidy up. In my last video, I was just starting to plant this veggie patch, and I'm pretty sure I said something like, if I can't grow anything in this patch, I'll give up gardening. Let's have a look and see how that turned out. So this is my veggie patch as it is today, about 4 weeks after I filmed my initial video where I planted it all. And as you can see, it's simply just going off. We had a bit of rain last night and it's time for me to give this garden just a little bit of love. I'm going to fertilise, mulch and tidy up some of the plants. Well, come on then, join me in the garden for a bit. I'm just throwing down some dynamic lifter pellets here around the base of the tomatoes. I picked up a lovely bale of sugarcane mulch the other day and it's going to be perfect for my garden. This particular patch has probably never had sugarcane in it before, so I'm also introducing some different and new organic materials. So it's about a lot of diversity getting along together. Both the basil and sage that I planted the other day is going really well. The basil had been quite long in the punnet when I bought it, so unfortunately it's already going to flower, but you can just easily nip those fellas off and keep your plant going a bit. The sage is just simply awesome. I would never be growing sage like this in North Queensland in January. I'll just give these a light coating of chook pellets and we'll throw some mulch down. When you put your mulch on, you always want to make sure that you don't heap it up against the plant itself. And just leave a little bit of breathing space around the stem. I'm going to try and stack the mulch quite high up against my spring onion here. It's a process called blanching and it should create longer white stems on the plant. Alright, so there you go. That's a quick tidy up and mulching done. Let's have a look. Right next to my old mate here are some cucumbers that I've grown from seeds. They're just starting to grab onto things and a few flowers are appearing. So we should be expecting cucumbers off them very soon. The spring onion here are also doing really well. They love this particular position and it won't be long before I'm starting to get myself some of these in the kitchen. I have this lovely little Japanese parsley here. It's called mitsuba. It's a very unique tasting parsley and it's just starting to get its roots down into the soil here. One of my absolute perennial favourites is wasabi nut. And as you can see, this one's off to a great start. The eggplants here are also looking quite well. It won't be long before flowers and little eggplants start appearing. Over here I threw down some random seeds, and it turns out this looks like Japanese komatsuna. I've never been able to grow this successfully in Townsville, and this is just an absolute prime specimen of what natural growing can produce. Wow, that's looking real good. The sage that I planted has also gone crazy, along with the basil next door. I planted a different selection of tomatoes. They were mainly medium to small varieties of a couple of different colours, so we'll just have to see what turns out. But these are off to a really good start. Staking them and removing some of the heavier limb growth has been really helpful. And it looks like it's producing some really long trestles with some lovely fruit on them. All in all, it looks like this veggie patch is off to a flying start, and I don't have to give up my job as a gardener. Just a really quick tour of my veggie patch today so you guys can see how it's progressing. There's a lot of other stuff that I've been doing around here on the patch, and I'll get around to showing you that shortly. For the moment, Dugger out.